Hi, welcome to Try It Tuesday. This is our first Try It Tuesday of March, and we will be making a ceramic tile trivet. And if you join us on Tuesday at 4 p.m., swing by the library, you can pick up a kit that will contain all of the supplies that you need to make your own ceramic tile trivet. So let me show you what you'll find in your kit. You will get a piece of felt or fleece square, a little package with tissue paper squares, a ceramic tile piece, a foam paintbrush, and some Mod Podge. And at home, all you'll need to supply are a pencil, a pair of scissors, and some glue. Hot glue will work best for attaching the fabric, but you can use Elmer's glue as well if you need to. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is get your fabric piece, and you're going to lay your ceramic tile right on top of it. And as you can see, it's a little larger than the ceramic piece, so you're going to trace around the edge and cut off any excess. So you want your fabric piece to be the same size as your tile. One of the reasons for this is because you're going to attach it to the bottom, and the other reason is you're going to be using it as your template for laying out your design. So go ahead and get rid of the excess, and then you're going to get your tissue paper squares. And this is the part you want to spend the most time on, is your design. So you don't have to do it this way, but it is recommended as it does come out really nice. So it's recommended that you do an entire layer of one color of your tissue paper to create a nice background, a consistent background. But as I said, it is not required. So you can choose to do your design however you like. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and do an orange background. And with the magic of video, we're going to fast forward to the end. All right, so with the magic of recording, I have gone ahead and laid out all of the orange tissue paper slices, tissue paper pieces onto the fabric. And then I cut up some of the other tissue paper squares into various shapes, and I tried to create my design, which is a flower, as you can see. Oh, and laid it right on top. So don't worry about it not being perfect, because it is going to move around. It's not glued down. This is just an outline, like a sketch of what your design is going to look like. So then you're going to slowly transfer a small section at a time over to your tile. So you want to go ahead and get your Mod Podge opened and get a little bit on your brush. You're going to work in small sections and with a little, with a thin layer of Mod Podge. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little, maybe that's about a 2" by 2" square of my tile, not too much. And then I'm going to get my tissue paper squares and start setting that down. Oh, I want to make sure I get Mod Podge under my piece. Whoops. So I'm overlapping, if you can see, so that there's no gaps in my tissue paper. And again, this is all about how you want to do it. So if you like that look, go ahead and do that. If you don't, you can have little gaps. It's all about being creative and doing what makes you happy. So we're going to go ahead and get more tissue paper squares for the background. So we're going to pause here while I complete the rest of the tile. All right, so as you can see, I did an entire background with the orange tissue paper. And then I did extend some off the edge there. Later on, we can just add some Mod Podge and go ahead and flatten that down. I took pieces from all around the side of my design and any extra I had so that I could sort of leave my design intact. And then now I'm going to slowly transfer over the flower design. So having it laid out on the fabric square will help you to lay out your flower the same way that you designed it. So it might not be exact, but it will be close. So I know I want 3 pieces for my stem here. And we're just putting Mod Podge on the bottom right now to somewhat to get the pieces to stick. Okay. So for the flower portion, I'm just going to add a bunch of Mod Podge around and start layering my petals. And when you do this at home, it'll be a lot slower than I'm doing it here. I'm trying to go a little quicker just so that the video is not too long. But you want to take your time. It's a very fun and relaxing project. Okay. And the other cool thing about it is you can continue to add. If you think it needs something, you can add more pieces as you go along. I'm thinking no. So I'm going to add this here to the bottom and maybe a petal right here. Okay, and you're going to continue to do this until you're happy with your design. Be creative, make whatever you like, do something different, do the same. You could try to do the butterfly or a flower, and then you're gonna, then once you're done with your design and you're happy with it, you're going to get a thin layer of Mod Podge and you're gonna cover the entire project. You're gently gonna go across, dabbing a bit more than swiping, but you're gonna make sure not to disturb the design that you've created, and you're going to go across the entire project with Mod Podge. Okay, I'm not going to do this on the video, but you're going to coat the entire thing, and then you're going to let it dry for a couple of hours, and then you're going to go back and do that maybe 2 or 3 times to create a nice seal on your project. And once that is completely dry, we don't have the magic of television or recording for that, but once that's completely dry, you're going to flip your tile over and you're going to get your felt piece. So it would be blank. You're going to get your felt piece, use your hot glue, if you have hot glue, if not Elmer's glue, and then you're going to add your felt piece to the back. Okay. This one already has a piece on here so that it has a nice soft edge, and when you place it on your table you don't scratch anything. All right, so I hope you have fun making your ceramic tile trivet. Thanks for joining us this week and hope to see you next week. Aloha.